dream I know deep up my feelings for you.
President Bola Tinubu tells Yoruba leaders that Nigerian system was bleeding when he came into office a year ago, but his administration has made effort to stop the bleeding. Moving on, we have the Nigeria government has stated that the issue of the detained leader of the people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, can only be resolved by a competent court of law. But guys, before we comment fully, welcome back to Reality Latest Gist, your home of news and politics. Thank you all so much for joining us on today's news. If today is your first time of watching, kindly subscribe, like, comment, share, and also the notification bell to get notified whenever we drop a video. To all amazing subscribers, thank you all so much for joining us on today's news. So guys, let's proceed with the news. President Bola Tinubu on Friday told a delegation of Yoruba leaders that the Nigerian system was bleeding when he came into office a year ago, but his administration has made effort to stop the bleeding. The president, who lamented the state of the local government administration in the country, called for a more effective local government system that fostered community development and delivers the essential of governance within a federal structure. So speaking when he received a delegation of the Yoruba leaders of thought at the State House on Friday, President Bola Tinubu emphasized that governance must be transformative, so he must address the critical need of the people. He said that the past 12 months had been fulfilling for his administration despite some challenges. That it has been challenging, but it has been fulfilling as well. That when they took over, they stopped the country from bleeding. So he can strongly say now that Nigeria is no longer bleeding. Nigeria will not bleed to death, but rather they are now moving towards prosperity. That is the promise that he made to them all, and it's also the charge they gave him. He called for the deepening of governance and the reinforcement of leadership across all levels of government and institutions, adding that his administration is committed to encouraging fiscal federalism and strengthen the system to enhance inclusion and equality for all Nigerians. He said local government administration is being suffocated, that people are looking at the opportunity to ensure that they survive and become more purposeful through community development programs. That what he will not support is any effort to make the local government a unitary system by handing all core responsibility to the federal government. That is criminal when there is federal system. That they have a federal system, so there is a state and federal administration, and they have two components. States must do whatever is in the best interest of their own process of administration. So there is no one size fits all. That is what they should do by looking at the revenue formula, and they must be consistent with federalism, fiscal federalism. That those are the things they should expect from him, not the knee-jerk reaction ahead of election. While thanking the delegation of eminent Nigerians, President Bola Tinubu urged continuous support from them and faith in Nigeria, assuring them that his government would live up to expectation. That he can tell us that Nigeria is no longer printing paper money and deceiving themselves that it has a base for survival. That Nigeria went through terrible labor pains, but they have seen the baby coming out alive. So in Bayo Ane remarks, the National Secretary, who spoke on behalf of Prince Tajudeen, the convener of the Yoruba Leaders of Thought, commended the president for his prioritization of investment infrastructure across various sectors. So they went on to salute President Bola Tinubu's timely initiative to upgrade, to construct, and to modernize the infrastructure of their nation in health, aviation, transportation, as well as the education sector. They also commended President Bola Tinubu for his commitment to providing responsible, responsive, and accountable governance in this country. My people, it can't be like say Nigeria did too. The one in they talk about, now the one where we did so, because I don't get what you mean. No, we don't bleed totally. We they run out of blood. Nigeria is a combination of letters. Nigeria is not bleeding, but the people cannot breathe anymore. We pray that one day we will have a government that cares about the people, but for now we don't have anyone. Nigerians that cannot cope to eat. You said we are not bleeding. Now, wow. For the first time in history of Nigeria, a president cannot give account of his achievement that impacted positively in the lives of citizens after one full year. Hey, all top African countries are making move globally, building strong allies, while Nigeria is busy destroying their economy. It is unfortunate that we may not be able to recover from the backwardness in the next how many years now, I can't tell. But above all, APC actually is the worst political party to emerge in Nigeria. We don't see them with the way they treat us. So guys, I would like to know your thoughts, your contributions, your opinions are in the comment section. I would love to hear from you. Moving on to the next one. The Nigerian government has stated that the issue of the detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi, can only be resolved by a competent court of law. This was stated by the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Lateef Fagbemi. Despite call from notable Nigerians and groups including the Amnesty International for Kanu's release, the Attorney General of the Federation went on to say that because the case was already in court, the law should be allowed to take its course. On Friday, the Attorney General of the Federation made this statement in response to queries at the sectoral ministerial briefing commemorating President Muhammadu Buhari's first anniversary in office. While emphasizing that Nnamdi was being held in compliance with the Constitution, he also stated that the case was still in courts. The Attorney General further stated that the federal government obtained 250 convictions for terrorism and other criminal acts in 1 year. So it was read that Nnamdi filed a preliminary objection with the Federal High Court in Abuja on Tuesday, requesting that the trial judge, Justice Binta Nyeko, denied jurisdiction to proceed with the trial against him. So part of the issue for determination is whether the court has the jurisdiction to try Nnamdi for any or all the offences charged against him in count 1, 2, 4, 5, and 8 to quash the said accounts on the ground that the law which the said counts were credited is unconstitutional. They pointed out that there are 2 international tribunal decisions against the arrest, detention, prosecution, and trial of Nnamdi, which under the Nigeria Constitution is binding on the courts. They also said that the law under which Nnamdi is currently being tried in this count has been repealed and is also not supported by proof of evidence, adding that it is an abuse of court process. Counsel to Nnamdi is also asking the court to decline jurisdiction to entertain count 15 because it is not in compliance with the Administration of Criminal Justice Act, not within the territorial jurisdiction of the courts, and is not supported by any proof of evidence and law. So they want the court to take further notice that count 3 of the charge is unconstitutional as they seek to punish Nnamdi for an act that was not a crime when it occurred and is an abuse of the court process. So is he trying to tell us that the court that granted Nnamdi bail is not court? Because we want to know what he's actually saying. Hey. But the court freed him in 2022. Why the federal government refused to obey the court? Why? And now he's trying to tell us that it's only the courts that can decide. Nnamdi is a political prisoner. All what the Attorney General of the Federation said matter. We know why they are still holding him. They're just coming up with different tactics. We already know that already. So I guess I would like to know your thoughts. Your contributions, opinions are in the comment section. I would love to hear from you. Once again, thank you all so much for staying to us. We do appreciate. On this note, we have come to the end of today's segment. Till I come your winners. Stay safe, guys. Bye.